Memory. What's up, brother? Got my Jolt Rootbeer here. I was going to try that Shamrock and Ark Burger from McDonald's. You haven't had a Shamrock Shake? Um, I just filmed my review for the Arch Burger on Random Street Theater. So it is currently being moved to different media. So I will probably be able to render it shortly. My God, this desk is dirty. And I don't know where my watch charger is. Is the Shamrock Shake good? It's kind of like a toothpaste flavored milkshake, dude. I mean, you know, I certainly wouldn't call it good. I mean, it's okay. Look, let me put it to you this way: when I have a Shamrock Shake, I don't sit there and go, "Oh yeah, the Shamrock Shakes are back." I go, "Okay, it's time to have my one for the year." And then after that, I'm pretty much done. Ball Juice of Zeus, $5. Thank you, Ball Juice of Zeus. Coltger 50. Hi, I feel you. I've had no people watching my live stream, and I've been streaming for an hour. Yeah, that happens. Ball Juice of Zeus. Well, hair day, my guy. Mike, Richard, hi. Oh, no. This is the card that has my review on it. And it just obviously fell out of the computer. which is not good. Colt Gamer, I subbed to you. Thank you, Colt Gamer. Paul Jesus, what? Where's Nimbus at, yo? She's over there. Nimbus. Oh, yes, that's Nim. No, that's Nim. Nimbus is in the hallway then. Hey, where is my... Something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong here. Simmons. What's up, Mr. President? I see you've been growing out your hair. Mine has been between my shoulders now. You should keep yours going. I'm supposed to grow out my hair until I clean my house. Richard should grow it and have a... I really can't do it. Simmons, I like that plan. How's the house coming? Bad, dude. I just do nothing but work. Cold Gamer, you should try Poppy Playtime, Chapter 4. It's hard. Not really a Poppy Playtime kind of guy. Apologies to this. If you did Seagal ponytail, people would know what's up on your security job. Yeah, I mean, it's not long enough for the ponytail, and I don't know if it'll even get there. Be honest with you, I have a friend who uses hair for projects, so the idea was to grow it long to give it to him. But Cold Gamer, thanks for the feedback. I keep a very limited number of games on my phone. I was thinking maybe I would do a StarCraft marathon for one of my channels, but I don't know if I'd even have the time and what would be the point. Simmons, I challenge you to a BWB sequel. Also, update on the poop whistle. Dude, I washed it and it was fine. What? Pokemon Squad, I haven't seen your Steams in a while. How's it going? I'm working, dude. I'm doing too many hours. Basically what it's come down to is that Saturday and Sunday I have regular days, but the rest of my week I do 8-hour turnarounds. So it's I did a live yesterday. I came home. Dude, I knocked out. I was out for 12 hours again. Simmons, double tap the like video or everyone. Fred Chambers, thanks all the members for showing up here. Apologies of Juice. Richard, this is important. What race do you use in StarCraft? I prefer the Protoss. Pretzel, Memory of the Fisherman. Pretzels are my favorite snack. Fred Chambers, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Chiv Superman, what up, chat? What up, Richard? Not much. Cold Gamer, do you play Roblox Revival? No, I have not. Ball Juice of Zeus, my like for our life. I mean, again, guys, it's loads of fun hanging out with you guys and stuff, and I would rather do that than be a security guard, but, I gotta pay the bills. Fred Chambers, did I tell you I hit a coyote? No, you did not. Did you kill it? Did you kill it? Tristan Smith. Finally alive. I was live yesterday, bro. You just weren't here. Apologies of Juice. Richard, I'd be rushing your base with Zerglings. I don't do P versus P. Simmons, how are the cats? Don't ask, bro. Fred Chambers, it took out the undercarriage of my van. Nasty. Tristan Smith, $20. I hope this makes up for missing yesterday. Dude, you don't owe me anything. It's nice when my fans give me things, but they don't owe me anything. Fred, I lost 2 days of work. I had to buy a new car. Oh, well, that sucks. Thank you for your super chat. I mean, guys, it's one of those things. This is how my life tends to go. Either I'm working too much to do anything, or I'm too poor to do anything. And never has there been anything in between. So I'm out there, it's like I have this one job where they just won't stop calling me. If they had their druthers, I would be at work right now. Okay? And I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this job because the paycheck bounced. And they're out there going, calling me up, don't forget this. Don't. It's like, guys, my paycheck bounced. This is not the time for you to be crying about D-Techs. It's time for you to be worrying about my paycheck. And I mean, it's like, I looked up on the internet. Artmore, hi, Richard. How's it going? It's going, bro. I mean, I'm tired. So I looked up on the internet, and it says if you work for a company and the paycheck bounces, find another job. Don't wait. Find another job. Simmons, what if you start your own security company? By the way, I could believe your paycheck bounced. That sucks major ass. If I started my own security company, dude, I would be working even more. Okay? I don't want my own security company. I don't want the headaches. I want to do other things with my life. Fred Chambers, you must be working for that security company, American Guard. No, I'm working for a different company. I mean, look, guys. I, if they called me right now and they said, you know, we're out of business, we're sorry. Okay, I would be pissed off because that would mean that I'd have 2 weeks, 3 weeks pay now coming to me that I'm probably not going to get. All right. Um, the other guards all said that they got their paychecks, that their paychecks cashed. So, Simmons, what you drinking there? Evening? Are we all about to send you things to try for your videos? This is Jolt Rootbeer. It is. They do not make a sugared version of it. This Taste the Legend. Proud to be Redcon 1. So they do not make a non-zero sugar version of this. But and Jolt did not exist when I was a kid. But I had always wanted to try Jolt Cola. I just never got around to it. So I finally tried some, or a Jolt product anyway. Like I say, guys, if because I have two jobs, so if my one job called me right now and said, "Okay, we're done," you know, I would not be terribly screwed yet. I would be screwed, but not terribly. And Simmons, Jolt absolutely slaps. Yeah, Fred Chambers, that bounce check. It happened to be me for $900. Yeah, it happened to me for more than 1,000. But anyway, so it's like, yeah, if I got a phone call right now telling me that my company was out of business and I wouldn't be coming into work, the first thing I would probably do would be to get some sleep. I need it. Okay. Oh, there's Nimbus. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetheart. And then I would, you know, after getting some sleep, I've got about something like 25, 26 videos to film that I haven't filmed because I'm just so damn tired. So I would film those videos and I would sit on this computer and I would render and I would, like, I even think I still have a video rendering right now. No, I don't. Just for those of you who aren't, do remember I have more than one channel. Please subscribe to Random Street Theater. That's where you're going to see me try the McDonald's Arch Burger. That's where you're going to see me drink a Shamrock Shake. That's what that channel is for, reviews. And I generally try to keep the politics out of that channel if politics is a thing that bothers you. So, you know, like, yeah, I just rendered my video for Anaconda Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Now we review Anaconda, the Hunt for the Blood Orchid. Oh, are you looking in my pants? Dude, that doesn't make any sense. But why not? There's an anaconda in there. Is there a blood orchid in there? Well, alright.
Okay, so What I do with Random Street Theater is I generally introduce videos in character. You guys know I do a lot of characters. So yeah. Simmons, I've got a membership on both channels. Absolutely sold content. Solid content. I like your discussions the best. Okay. Could you be more specific? Do you like it when I discuss movies, or do you like it when I talk about Paul? I mean, what is it? Because I mean, there's the philosophical questions. I think is what you're referring to, and I have a finite number of those, but I still have more than 100 of them. So I mean, maybe I should make more of those. And there's Nimbus making a mess. But I mean, seriously, guys, yeah, my house is a disaster area. And, like, yeah, I would. First, I would film all the videos I need to film. Then I would get some more sleep. And I then basically say, okay, until I find another job, I'm a professional YouTuber. And to be completely honest with you, I mean, tomorrow I could go back into a previous company and say I am basically available, and they'll see if they can accommodate me. I don't know if they will, but they would probably at least look. Simmons, meaning like when you talk about your life and whatever comes to mind, philosophical questions episodes are always bang too. Fred Chambers, watch McDonald's. Yeah. And no. Yeah, go Tokyo, go Godzilla, 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 Godzilla. Being again, guys, I should be doing more shorts, is what YouTube says. It's the perfect story. So they say, a hero leading the way. But anyway, they say I should be doing more shorts. That's what YouTube thinks. And, the reason I'm not doing more shorts is really because this workroom is, again, a disaster area. I need to strip the desk down completely, and I need to clear the floor and do all these kinds of things. Simmons, your jokes on the shorts are great too. Um, uh, are you subscribed to Fat Man Getting Fit? Because mostly when I mean, I used to do like 3 jokes a day on that one, or at least I tried to. I found I can't sustain that. Fitness jokes are hard, but I mean, I do a lot of jokes on that one. I don't know if I could find one for you. So again, this computer is a cripple. All right, the mouse is messed up. It's a laptop, and Nimbus actually knocked it off the desk and destroyed the screen. So it's a single screen display now, as opposed to a double. So it's a little harder to use. I'm a one-way motorway. Now, here we are. Okay. Simmons, I think I'm subscribe to Fat Man Getting Fit, but I mostly keep up with this one and the Random Street Theater. Yeah, there's not a lot going on with Fat Man Getting Fit, but you know,
So my doctor's like, does diabetes run in your family? And I'm like, if by run you mean sit on the couch drinking beer, yeah, it does. So my doctor's like, does diabetes run in your family? And I'm like, so in January we all buy the vegetables that we're going to throw out in February. So in January we all...
all right. So if you guys couldn't hear that, the first joke was, so my doctor says, does diabetes run in your family? And I say, if by run you mean sit on the couch drinking beer, yes. Nothing runs in my family. But yeah, I mean, I have hundreds of jokes on Fat Man Getting Fit. Do understand, guys, that when I tell jokes on this channel, normally I've tried those jokes out with truck drivers. Okay? And I mean, that's the primary people I speak to. And one of my principles for life is that all people are treated like people, not machinery. Right? So I talk to the drivers. I talk to them like they're people. I engage with them because I feel to not do so would be trying to take their humanity away. So it's one of those things about my personality. And, you know, most of the time they very much enjoy working with me. Some of them don't. I'm not liked by everyone, but, you know, it's like I walked up to a driver the other day and I said, I don't know why I keep letting you out of here. You just keep coming back. And he's like, do I know you? It's like, no, dude, I'm just making a joke. He actually wasn't a regular in the yard, so, you know, it wasn't a great joke. Yeah, I mean, the jokes I tell on here, it's like sometimes I'm just pushing to try and get some kind of content out there. And I mean, you know, it's people are like, you should only post stuff that's good. It's like, yeah, well, maybe I don't have anything to post that's good. Maybe I just have one of my crappy jokes. Ooh, I've got 40 seconds of rain. That's genuine California rain that I was working in. You hear that? I mean, man, did it rain. Did you guys know that we're in the middle of a water crisis still? Like, we had that one super wet year, and I thought that took care of it. But no, it didn't. We're still in a water crisis. You know, I didn't know that until a couple of days ago that I just, you know, I was screwing around online and I ran into something. That's one of the aspects of what I do for a living. You know, there's a lot of phone time. I can't really say there's a lot of computer time because they won't let me bring my computer. You know. Oh. Tristan, I just got a new monitor. Eh. Yeah, that was that. That was that weird comment you left, Tristan. What was it you wanted to buy me a computer for? I mean, generally the computers I buy are ranged between $500 and $700 right now. So I don't know if you want to buy one of them. VM, Sup Neal, they got any good Jew deals in Whittier? What do you mean Jew deals? I honestly wouldn't say that there are any good Jew deals in Whittier. There are not a lot of Jews in Whittier. Tristan, I want to buy you a CPU because it's dog shit what you have. I spent $1,000 on mine. Just spent 1,200 on the S26 Ultra. I don't know, lol. Well, dude, I mean, I think there are some computers on my Amazon wish list. You want to buy one? I mean, I'm not going to stop you. Can any of you guess what that is? VM, your mother left behind any jewelry? My mother's jewelry was taken by my sister. I think while she was still dying. My sister was a bitch at an early age. 12 years old. Yeah, I'm taking the diamond. My mother didn't have a lot of jewelry, okay? She just was not that kind of a person. It's not that she didn't want nice things, it's that she tried to have nice experiences. Mike, what you eat for dinner? I had the big arch from McDonald's. It was a very underwhelming burger. But guys, just like I say, it would be great if I could be a professional YouTuber. Um, go get my gym membership back, spend, like an hour at the gym every day or whatever have you, really like spend my time working on the house and all that. But, again, YouTube just doesn't pay the bills. Mike was going to try it, but I tried the triple smash burger and chili cheese fries from Sonic. Dude, it's a lot of burger. Okay, it really is. But for its size, the lettuce is going to wilt. Right? It's one of those things that if you're not eating it in restaurant, that lettuce is going to wilt. Okay, and the slivered onions are no good. Okay, I hate slivered onions. The cheese they have for it doesn't have enough flavor to it, so it just makes the burger more wet. It's already a pretty wet burger. So I mean, it's underwhelming. Tristan, I would rather eat a damn double quarter pounder with cheese and bacon than have that double arch. Again, the quarter pounders tend to be a little on the greasy side. You're more likely to get stuff on your shirt. I mean, I actually like my go-to for McDonald's would be the two cheeseburgers. But I mean, I have to stop eating outside of reviews. It's just I need to eat real food. And I tell you something, for like a couple of days there, when I was hitting the really hard hours, I would come home and I would just run to the restroom, and then I'd take a shower. Trisha Smith. Now my go-to at McDonald's is a triple cheese, no pickle, and a 6-piece nugget. Notice he did not say chicken nuggets because there's no chicken in there. I think they wave a chicken over it. You know, guys, to give you an idea of just how behind I am in terms of my filming, today I uploaded my review of the last episode of Stranger Things. Finally got it done. I also applied for like 2 or 3 jobs today. I mean, this was the applying for jobs level of doing things. It's like I say, there are 3 levels of applying for jobs. There's applying for jobs, there's applying for jobs, and then there's applying for jobs. Okay, applying for jobs is like entertainment industry. You're sending emails, you're saying you're available for work. That's what you're doing, okay? It's not great. You know, you're not likely to get anything, but you know, if you do that and you do get a bite, you generally what you get you're very satisfied with. You know, applying for jobs is you know, I'm looking for my dream job kind of a thing. You should never stop doing that if you are in the labor force. Okay, you should always be looking at the jobs you want. You know, better jobs, better paying, whatever have you. Then there's applying for jobs. Okay, applying for jobs is when you send someone a resume, right? That's you're not really applying for a job. You're telling people you're available. It's a real job, though. Okay, so you do that. After you do that, you know, now you've got the possibility you can get a job that way. It's not unlikely that you'll at least get a call back. Now, the final thing is applying for jobs. That's when you're actually filling out applications. Although, completely honest with you, that's getting pretty rare. Okay, Mike, my life has been changed back the way it used to be. What do you mean by that, Mike? You mean you're working again? Eva, I'm scratching your butt. I'm scratching your butt, Eva. Eva's like, put me down. I endure you because you feed me. Put me down, fat human. Not even a little purr? Come on, Eva. Mike, I've started driving some and I'm going to start doing yard work again. Well, that's good. Is it good? I mean, is that good or bad? The yard work thing. I just fixed my car back. Now I won't have to rely on DoorDash, Walmart delivery, and landscape. Again, dude, do you like doing yard work? Because if you don't like doing yard work, I wouldn't go back to doing yard work. My brother hated yard work. I mean, I don't mind it so much, but it's just, I rarely have the energy. Desmond Shears, I've got a toasted buttered bagel with cream cheese. No locks? Barbarian. It's the perfect story. So they say, a hero leading the way. For as anxious as you were to get out of my arms, Eva, Savage Fox, hey, said hi. What's up, Fox? Is that a new profile picture? Don't know, it's been a while. VM, you like tuna, Neil? It depends. I don't like tuna with mayonnaise. Savage Fox, haven't seen you in a long time. Your hair got longer. Yeah, I did.
So it's like the American people are all, hey, the cost of groceries are too high. And Biden's like, there's nothing I can do about it. And Harris is like, yeah, they've probably done nothing too. And then President Trump comes out and he's like, I got you the president of Venezuela. It's like, guys, unless he lays eggs or something, I don't think we want him.
That was a dumb joke. VM, you like tuna salads, like a tuna and egg salad. I have never had a tuna and egg salad. I have put tuna in salad before. I tend to go for yellowfin, to be honest with you, and um, I buy tuna and I generally give it to the cats. Is what I do. So I do purchase tuna. Mike, tuna is probably the best selling fish in the world. Eh? Savage Fox, yes, it's a new profile picture. How are you doing? I am worn the F out. I can stay long because I am cooking, but I hope to see you again soon. Stay awesome. Thank you, Savage Fox. Mike, you say they probably just waved a chicken over the nuggets. What you think the fish sandwich really is? Um, it's fish. White fish. White fish is a very broad category. There's a rumor, I don't know how true it is, that the canneries had a fishing fleet and they were like, go fish and we'll can whatever it is you catch. Because they normally only can fish in salmon season. Salmon was the most popular fish at the time. So they went out there and they caught fish and they brought in tuna. So they canned all the tuna and they started a marketing campaign. And they said, eat tuna, it doesn't turn pink in the can. Never said there was a fish that turned pink in the can. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Unified. You follow geopolitics to a certain degree. I'm not well versed in geopolitics. Couch mutterings. Shaul or Skol. What do you think, sweetheart? This is a cat's foot. Yes. You can tell that Eva really trusts me because normally a cat will try to get out of this position. So there is definitely a lot of trust going on with Eva here. Unified. Is the world headed towards another Cold War? Well, technically, Unified, um, we did not have a Cold War. We had a hot and cold war. Generally speaking, we fought through proxies. We funded groups that fought with the Second World. They funded groups that fought with us. And we are still in a hot and cold war. All right. The Cold War technically ended, but it's like Korea was part of the Cold War. We have never left Korea, so that aspect of the war has never ended. And, if you think we're going to get into another Cold War with Russia, you are mistaken. It's just not going to happen. Russia does not have the funds. Okay. They do not have a significant nuclear stockpile. Their weapons are largely defunct. And I mean, they might have one or two nukes that still work. So we're not like egging for a fight. But the truth is, Russia is not a threat. China, on the other hand, China has an economic output that the Russians could never have hoped to achieve. So they're more of a concern. But, I mean, the word on the street is war with China is looming. Okay. We're going to go to war with China. Xi Jinping has stated that in 2017 or 2027, he will take Taiwan. That will put us at war. Mike, you said they had the space race. In there anything countries are trying to race to these days? Not really. I mean, that's the thing, is that like we cooperate with Russia in terms of space. They're no longer a competitor. You could say we're competing with China, but I don't think China's going to send someone to the moon. So, this is kind of the big thing in the modern world. There's the space race is not as truly defined as it was then. I mean, this is the thing about the space race is that the Russians started the race by getting the first man-made object in space, which was Sputnik. And Sputnik 1, I believe. It was more than one Sputnik. And, they actually crash landed a lander on the moon. It did not have people in it, but they crash landed it long before, or a couple days before us. But the truth is, it's like, like if we had a new space race, it would be who's the first person on Mars. And I mean, not really, not really much of a race there at this point. Unified. There are 3 Chinese and 3 Russians out of 10 on the International Space Station currently. Yeah, I mean, technically the drive systems on the International Space Station are Russian. Wait, no, China has its own space station. Chinese astronaut Tokonaut are currently prohibited from the International Space Station due to the 2011 Wolf Amendment, which bars NASA from hosting Chinese officials or using funds for direct bilateral cooperation with China. So, no, there are no Chinese on the International Space Station. Toby, shut up. VM, Mars is overrated. They're talking about setting up civilization here where we got a whole can of worms that needs fixing here. Yeah, dude, it's like if you want to make a planet more suitable for humans, how about Earth? Unified, but the International Space Station is made entirely by the US. No, it is not. Okay, no, it is not. It was originally a mirror, and we hooked some stuff up to it. Michael, Richard, yes. Hello, Michael. The kitties are going home. The kitties are going home. Michael, we love you. Okay. No homo. Mike, humans already messed up one planet. We don't need to occupy another one. The truth is, Mike, that in order for us to really make Mars habitable, we need to give it a larger moon. And both Phobos and Deimos apparently are going to. One's going to crash into Mars, the other one's going to fly away. Michael Hunt, Richard, what's your favorite hot sauce? I do not have a favorite hot sauce. Not a fan of hot sauce. I mean, I've never been able to do anything with hot sauce. Like you put it on everything. You put it on apples. I once worked with a guy who wanted to do like the hot sauce challenge. You know, where you put hot sauce on stuff, and then you try to have a conversation. But I mean, it never coalesced, and like it eventually came down to, well, we could do that, but it would cost me money as opposed to like making it. Mike, has space mining ever been done yet? No. The truth is, Mike, that for one thing, any ore we take down from space would be radioactive. And like there isn't a lot of things you can mine in space that would be worthwhile. Like, yeah, okay, let's just say we mine gold in space. All right. So we could take this gold, which would at this point be radioactive, and we could smelt it into bars, theoretically, and then put it in Fort Knox. Remove the gold from Fort Knox and put this gold in its place. The gold in Fort Knox would be low background radiation. This stuff would be highly radioactive. This gold would eventually, lose its radiation over time, and we would have regular gold. All right, but I mean that's the thing about mining in space. I don't think we found a way to make the stuff we mine in space not radioactive enough to use. But as far as at least commercial mining in space, it's never happened. We've done things like taking home like moon rocks and stuff, and you could call that mining, but like we've never mined things for commercial reasons. So far as I'm aware, anyway. I mean, it could be something else. I've never seen Eva so cuddly. Well, no. She slept on my lap last night. Jundian 944. I committed half of the crime, yet I'm 13% of the population. Who am I? Does anybody have anything intelligent to say? Other than Mike right now? Meh. 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 Unify, which web browser do you use? I am currently using Firefox. Um, Chrome is more RAM intensive. so it's not doesn't play well with these older computers. But yeah, I mean the goal. Like I use Brave for certain functions, but like if I had fully functional computers like this computer at my right is or at my left is the best CPU I currently have, but its hard drive is way or its SSD is way too small. So because it's a rendering computer, I don't keep a lot on there. I just render. And the computer behind me, like it can only run one browser at a time. VM, were you disappointed with the Stranger Things final? Yeah, kinda. Unified, good old Firefox is the best. VM, I thought it was quite abysmal. Well, in the end, they really should have teamed up with the military to take down the kaiju. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, that's a kaiju. And, the whole final season, the military was too inadequate. Like, if one Demogorgon could take out an entire military convoy, how how were they surviving it all in the Upside Down? Like, what's going on there? So yeah, I mean, I mean, quite frankly, VM, I wish they had stayed with the original Stranger Things idea, which was that they were going to be a anthology series with a different season, a different plot completely every season. Okay, I don't like the fact that they did this, you know. And every now and again, they have a shot where they try to make Millie Bobby Brown really sexy, which is weird because she is sexy, but be skinny. But almost everything that gets a long enough run starts to suck. Unified, that's a massive jug, by the way. It's a beer mug. And the reason I have such a massive one is because it was the only one that was clean. Ah! Sweetheart. Yeah, the rule 11 being the only death from the good side but they even made that a cop out by saying there's possibility she lived. Mike, I'll be watching in Pawn Stars. Here's the thing about the whole Stranger Things thing, okay? It's like these things exist. You've got the people that know they exist, the people who have experience with them. How is it a bunch of regular people have more ability to get this done than the United States government? All right, I understand that, yeah, the government is trying to build super soldiers, which they wouldn't be in 1989. But it's like, it's dumb that they're not trying to recruit, these people. And it's like if they for example had recruited 11 and then said, okay, look, 11, you work for us. We do need to run some tests, so we're going to take a lot of blood. And then they're using the super blood to turn the super soldiers behind your back. Like, yeah, okay, that would be interesting, but it's just one of those things that just doesn't work. Is this whole like this small faction Like it's a D&D campaign. That's what it's designed for. Where are they getting the funding for this crap? And I mean, really, if you're going to take on a kaiju, you're not going to use a spear or a shotgun. You're going to use an RPG. Mike, learn a lot about history from that show. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing about Pawn Stars. Although, I don't know, like, personally, I don't know if like I'd watch it personally. I mean, I watch the clips on YouTube, and that's about it. Okay, guys, we're past the hour, and the chat is really slowing down here. So, I mean, should I go? Because I could go. I mean, BM, how do you decide what movies and shows to review? Do you take requests? Yeah, VM, I do take requests. Um, I try to go with, at the moment, I've got my close programming and my distance programming, which, like the stuff that's going to be airing in October is, um, like I'm doing Hellraiser, VHS, and Mockbusters is basically what I'm doing with that particular month. All right. July is Shark Month, apparently. I just found that out. So I'm going to be trying to do a lot more shark movies in July. And I mean, it's a lot of it is I go through, I look for things. I go online and there's a website that shows trending, and I will look for things on that. But as far as the retro movies, first off, if it's a movie I've seen but not reviewed, it gets priority. Second off, if it's a movie that I have interest in but I haven't seen, I review it. And then third off, I get requests. So I currently have requests for the Cube series and for Puppet Master, which, I mean, I'm working on Hellraiser right now. So Cube and Puppet Master would have to be next. But it depends on what I have access to, where I'm watching it. Zeke Tameen, hi Richard, you inspired me to start going live on my other channel. Appreciate it, man. Cool. Love horror genre. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't like movies about first world problems. It's like Saltburn was pretty objectively a good movie. Drove me nuts. I could not stand it. I mean, it's like, oh my God, you shitty people. My channel is Zeke Peak. Oh, do you watch movies there as well? I'll tell you this much, guys. I am trying to work my way through the 1001 movies to see before you die. But I mean, I'm on Lost Vampiris, which is like 6 hours long, and it's a silent film. Zeke Tanine, I do some movie reviews. Been a minute. Mike, you like Shark Week, Richard? I have never seen Shark Week. I probably would enjoy it, but I mean, I don't have cable. And I don't, it's like I only watch things to review them. So it's just one of those things. I mean, I used to really enjoy Nova when I was a kid. I remember watching 60 Minutes and 2020, but I haven't watched those in a long time. And for those of you who are wondering, I did send my manuscript to a publisher today. Okay. And it's not a manuscript I'm terribly confident about, but it's got to get sent sometime, and they'll tell me what's up. You know, it's the perfect story. So they say, a hero leading the way, hammers call to glory. So they say. Desmond Shears, do billions have the power to change the world? Or billionaires? Yes, billionaires have the power to change the world. I mean, let's be clear. What do you mean by change the world? I mean, we all change the world in a small way. But like Bill Gates, he could change the world pretty easily in a significant fashion. It's like I say, guys, if I were like a billionaire, one of the things I would do is I would start having vineyards. I would go out there and I would find a dying community that, like a mining town that doesn't have a mine anymore, and I would build a vineyard out there, and I would make wine out of something local, not necessarily grapes, something local. And it's like, okay, why are we doing this? Because we're trying to build this local community. And I mean, I would probably go out there and have like Knott's Berry Farm, like they had a chicken restaurant, and then um they had things to entertain the kids. And now there's no berry farm there, unfortunately. But that's like there used to be a strawberry farm on my way home from school. It's an industrial park now. But the problem is that, everybody wants to live in Los Angeles. And we don't have enough room. But it's like I can write the governor, and the governor will ignore me. But if I were a billionaire, the governor would listen. In fact, if I were a billionaire, I could call up the governor and be like, yes, I'd like to talk to you. And he would say, you could give me $1 billion for my next campaign. I will, of course, talk to you. Google account. How much is gas in LA, Richard? About $4.50, $5. Okay, guys. I mean, nobody's talking here, so I'm thinking it's time for me to quit. Google account. Market taking a dive tomorrow? Who knows? Probably. I mean, look, guys. The tariffs led to a weak Christmas, which is always a bad sign. And the economy continued into a slump in the new year, and it stays in a slump. Okay? This is normal. The new year generally brings a slump. But the slump hasn't passed, and it should pass by April 15th. And after it passes, if we don't see the economy picking up, things are going to be bad. Truth be told, I'm not likely to still be working with the big trucks at that point, given how things are going. So, Mike, I'm to attempt to plate dip my rims. Plasty. Have a good night. Alrighty. Talk to you all later. I'm Richard.